Defining and non-defining relative clauses. This is what we are going to speak about right now. In fact, it just sounds a little bit more complicated. It's easy when you catch it, as everything else. And again, we are starting with an example. The woman who we met yesterday is my aunt. Another example. Yesterday I visited my aunt, who is a vet. And let's compare these two sentences in their, pay attention, punctuation, because this is the first time in which the meaning of a sentence that we are checking is going to be defined by the punctuation used. So, the woman who we met yesterday is my aunt. No commas here. Who, you know, who is used when you speak about people. The same with that when you speak about people. When you speak about things, which or that. When you speak about places, where. This is from the previous level. So the woman who we met without any punctuational signs here, without commas. After that, yesterday I visited my aunt who is a vet. So this time there is a comma. And why this one is so important? Well, because when you don't put commas, you say that the information is important. This information is important for the understanding of the sentence. The woman who we met yesterday is my aunt. If you skip this part of the sentence, who we met, well, it won't be clear. It won't be understandable who you are talking about. The woman who we met, in this case, it's clear. And this part, who we met, is important. When the part is important, it can't be skipped from the sentence, and grammatically speaking, it's called defining relative clause. The other sentence. Yesterday I visited my aunt, who is a vet. Well, this time, who is a vet, there is a comma in front. And when there is a comma, this one means that you are using non-defining relative clause. Or in other words, you say that this information is not important for the general understanding of the sentence. This is just additional information. Yesterday I visited my aunt. That's important. The fact that she is a vet, well, this is important, of course, but it is irrelevant to the meaning that I'm giving you now. So defining without comma, non-defining with comma. And we are doing exercises because this is one of those grammar structures which can be learned and understood in context only. The PDF you are checking, you are doing, and we are checking together now. The first one, choose the correct. The minister who was elected last week made no comment on the problem. Which or who? Obviously who. Who is used for people? Which is used for things. Isn't this the place where the accident happened last night? Where? You speak about places. Where? There are several reasons why I don't want to go out tonight. There are several reasons why I don't want to go out tonight. The new boy in the class, pay attention to these two words, and if you have forgotten something, now is the moment to revise. So, the new boy in the class, whose name is Mark, whose because you express possession, and you don't need who is, which is given in red here, seems really nice. And number 5, Blackpool Tower, which was modeled on the Eiffel Tower, is very popular. Now I want to explain here something else. I told you several times that which and that are synonyms, and that they can be used when you refer to people and when you refer to things. Okay, but exception. When there is a comma, remember this one. When there is a comma, you can't use that. In front of that, you never add comma. Never ever. When that is part of a relative clause. Never. Remember this one. So because of this rule, here we need which. We can't put that. Next one. Fill in with the correct word. This is the station, place, where, unmet town. August is the month when most people go on holiday, time. Do you know the reason? So why so many people in the world learn English? This is the church, place, where Pete and Tammy got married. Edinburgh is the town, place, where Alexander Bell was born. The 25th of December is the day, time, when children in Great Britain get their Christmas presents. About these linking words again: where, places, when, time, why, reason, who or that, people, which or that, things. And you're careful about the comma. If there is a comma, never that after this. Last exercise. You need to combine the sentences with a relative clause. So here you need to be careful if the information is important or not. Prince Charles is heir to the throne of England. His wife was Princess Diana. Well, of course, the information that Princess Diana was the wife of Prince Charles is important. But up to the main meaning of the sentence, that Prince Charles is the heir to the throne, this is irrelevant. Because of that, we need the commas. The euro replaced a lot of national currencies. It was introduced in January 2002. Here it depends on you. If you want to say that this information is important, you do not put commas. If you want to say that it is irrelevant, you put them. Friends ran for 10 years. It's my sister's favorite series. So here we decide that the main information is that the serial movie ran for 10 years, which means that the information about my sister's tastes are kind of irrelevant. And because of that, I just want to separate them with commas, which is my sister's favorite series. 1984 was written by George Orwell. His real name was Eric Blair. So the main information in this sentence is that the book was written by George Orwell. The fact that he wrote it under a nickname is irrelevant. Because of that, you put the comma. I told you, it's one of the grammar structures that is easy to understand in context. Good. 2 more to go, and we are ready with the level. See you in the next lecture.